quiet afternoon, faded brown and worn at the heels, still carrying dust from June. I almost put them in a box with things I meant to throw away. Then I saw that little mark you made on our last summer day. It's strange how something ordinary can stop the hands of time and bring a road I thought I'd lost back clearly into mine. These shoes still remember every road I walked with you, the corner store, the old train tracks, the nights we wandered through. They remember how you held my hand when summer turned to September. I may have forgotten 1,000 things, but these shoes still remember. We walked home from the station when the last bus passed us by. You carried your old jacket underneath the harvest sky. We stopped beside the diner for a coffee we could share. You laughed and said we'll miss these days, but I didn't believe you then. We thought that roads went on forever, that summers never end. We never knew how ordinary days become the ones we miss again. These shoes still remember every road I walked with you, the corner store, the old train tracks, the nights we wandered through. They remember how you held my hand when summer turned to September. I may have forgotten 1,000 things, but these shoes still remember. I don't know where life took you or whose hand you're holding now. Maybe you don't think about those little streets somehow, but sometimes when an old song plays through an open window somewhere, I wonder if for just a moment you remember I was there. These shoes still remember, though the years have worn them thin. Every mile we walked together, every place that we had been. Time can change the road behind us, turn September to December, but somewhere underneath the dust, these shoes still remember. So I put them by the doorway instead of throwing them away. Some things aren't made for leaving, even when the years have changed. And if you ever think of me, I hope you still remember. Morning sunlight slips between the curtains, soft and slow, painting little rivers of gold across the floor below. The world can keep on turning, I don't need to hurry now. There's something in this quiet that reminds me how All the weight I carried yesterday feels a little less somehow, and the heart that wandered far away is finding its way home now. In the Sunday morning light, everything feels new again. Coffee cooling by the window, sunlight warming up my hands. I don't need to know tomorrow, I don't need to make it right. I just wanna stay a little longer in the Sunday morning light. An old song from the radio comes drifting through the room, like a half-forgotten memory returning with the tune. I think about the roads I've taken, all the years that slipped away, and somehow they seem kinder in the softness of the day. Maybe time was never meant to give us every answer why. Maybe peace is simply learning when to let the moment lie. In the Sunday morning light, everything feels new again. Coffee cooling by the window, sunlight warming up my hands. I don't need to know tomorrow, I don't need to make it right. I just wanna stay a little longer in the Sunday morning light. There's a breeze among the curtains, there's a sparrow on the wire, there's a photograph beside me from a life I still admire. And I finally understand now, after all these restless years, some mornings come to show us we can leave behind our fears. In the Sunday morning light, yesterday feels far away. Every little ordinary thing has something kind to say. I don't need to chase tomorrow, everything will be alright. Let me stay here just a little longer in the Sunday morning light. Just an old song through the window, and the soft returning light. Nothing more than Sunday morning, and somehow that's enough tonight. We had $20 between us and a half a tank of gas, an old blue map upon the dashboard, and no reason to drive fast. You bought coffee at the roadside, I found 2 coins beneath the seat. We shared a piece of cherry pie and called that supper sweet. We didn't have much money, but somehow we had time. Every little road we followed felt like yours and mine. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. A radio, an open road, and all the time we needed then. you and I. There was a room above a diner where the neon stayed on late. A second-hand guitar beside us and two old dinner plates. We counted coins for Sunday breakfast, laughed when we came up short, then walked along the river like the whole wide world was ours. We never called it happiness, we were too young to know. Sometimes the things worth keeping are the things we let go. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. A radio, an open road, and all the time we needed then. We couldn't buy tomorrow, but we owned that summer sky. Empty pockets, full hearts, we were richer, you and I. Years went by, the rooms got bigger, the cars got newer too. I learned the price of everything and what it couldn't do. Sometimes when the evening falls and an old song starts to play, I trade 1,000 things I own for one more ordinary day. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had more than we could see. A little room, a little road, and you right there with me. We never had a fortune, but there's one thing I know now. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. Just $20 between us and that endless summer sky. Empty pockets, full hearts, you and I. I never said I loved you before I let you go. Your suitcase waited by the doorway. The clock was almost 2. 2 cups of coffee on the table, one untouched in front of you. We talked about the weather and anything but what was true. Like if we kept the words away, the morning wouldn't come for you. There are things we never say, when saying them makes them real. So we watched the hours disappear and hid what we could feel. It was the longest goodbye, though we hardly said a word. Just your hand resting in mine, and all the things we never heard. The night kept moving toward lifetime after someone leaves your side. I drove you to the station before the morning light. Your reflection in the window slowly faded from my sight. You smiled and said, "Take care of yourself." I said you'd do the same. Then the train began to pull away before I called your name. I stood there on the platform until the rails were still. With one goodbye inside my heart, I never learned to feel. It was the longest goodbye, though we hardly said a word. Just your hand resting in mine, and all the things we never heard. The night kept moving toward the dawn. No matter how we tried, sometimes goodbye takes a lifetime after someone leaves your side. Years have passed since that old station. They tore it down last spring. But sometimes in the early morning I still hear that whistle sing. And for a moment you're beside me, your suitcase in your hand, and I'm still searching for the words I thought you'd understand. It was the longest goodbye, and maybe it still is. Somewhere between remembering you and learning how to live, I've made my peace with yesterday, but one thing still survives. Sometimes goodbye takes a moment, sometimes it takes a life. The first train leaves at sunrise, like it did so long ago. And somewhere in that morning light, I'm still watching you go. I never said I loved you before I let you go. Found them underneath the stairs, covered in a little dust. The shoes I wore that summer, when the whole wide world was us. The leather's cracked and faded, the laces have come loose, but I still see those country roads when I look at these old shoes. Funny what the years can't carry, funny what they leave behind. One forgotten pair of shoes can open up a life we thought stayed blue. We had nowhere we were going, just a whole long day to lose, and 1,000 miles of yesterday still live in these old shoes. We walked home from the picture show with pennies left to spend, shared a Coke beside the corner store and wished the night wouldn't end. You took my hand beneath the streetlight, I can almost feel it now. We never talked about forever, we just thought we had somehow. We didn't know those little streets would someday feel so far, or that I'd still remember exactly where we were. Oh, the roads in these old shoes still lead me back to you, past the station, down the river, under skies we thought stayed blue. We had nowhere we were going, just a whole long day to lose, and 1,000 miles of yesterday still live in these old shoes. I wonder where your footsteps went, what roads you've traveled since. Did you find the life you dreamed about when we were only kids? Sometimes I hope an old song plays and brings you back there too, to those summer nights and dusty roads and everything we knew. Oh, the roads in these old shoes don't seem so far tonight. I can hear your laughter somewhere in the fading evening light. Time has taken many things, but there's one thing I can't lose. 1,000 miles of you and me still live in these old shoes. So I leave them by the doorway, like I did so long ago. These old shoes remember places only you and I still know. And somewhere down those dusty roads, I'm still walking home with you. Table, 2 cups waiting like before. Sunlight slips between the curtains, laying gold across the floor. You are reading yesterday's paper, I can hear the kettle sing, and for a while the world is quiet, as if we haven't changed a thing. We used to dream of distant places, of all that life might someday bring. Funny how the years have taught us to treasure ordinary things. When another morning comes and the sunlight fills the room, I'll be thankful for the little things I never noticed in my youth. For your coffee by my coffee, for your hand still next to mine. When another morning comes, be glad we had this time. There were summers by the ocean, there were winters filled with snow, there were nights we barely spoke at all, and days we couldn't let things go. We watched the children leave the doorway, we watched silver touch our hair, and somehow through the changing years we always found each other there. We never knew which days would matter until they disappeared from view. Now every ordinary morning feels like something bright and new. When another morning comes and the sunlight fills the room, I'll be thankful for the little things I never noticed in my youth. For your coffee by my coffee, for your hand still next to mine. When another morning comes, I'll be glad we had this time. Someday one chair may sit there empty, one cup may wait there all alone. One of us may hear the morning birds and face the dawn without the other home. So I won't hurry through this moment, I won't wish the hours away. There's nothing more I need from life than sitting here with you today. When another morning comes, let the sunlight find us here, with the photographs behind us and another passing year. I don't need forever promised, I just need your hand in mine. When another morning comes, I'll be thankful for this time. Two cups waiting on the table, morning sunlight through the blinds. When another morning comes, stay with me a little while. Last ferry left the harbor half an hour ago. Now the city across the water is beginning to glow. I can see 1,000 windows shining underneath the gray, and I wonder if you're watching these same lights across the bay. There's a photograph beside me, there's your postcard on the wall. Funny how a little distance can make you miss it all. I see the lights across the bay like little stars upon the sea. Somewhere underneath those lights When I stand here by the window and watch the lights across the bay, you called me late last Sunday, said the nights were getting cold. We talked about the little things, the way we did of old. Then your voice began to fade out as the evening slipped away, and I stood there with the telephone, watching moonlight on the bay. Maybe miles are only numbers, maybe time is only time. Somewhere on the other shoreline, your evening touches mine. I see the lights across the bay, like little stars upon the sea. Somewhere underneath those lights, I know you're thinking of me. The water may lie between us, but it doesn't feel so far away. When I stand here by the window and watch the lights across the bay. Someday I'll take the morning ferry with one suitcase in my hand. You'll be waiting by the harbor where the boats come into land. Maybe we won't say a word then, maybe words will only get in the way. I'll just see you there beside me and forget about the bay. Tonight the lights across the bay are trembling softly on the sea, and somewhere underneath those lights there's still a place for you and me. Until the morning ferry comes, I'll let the night drift slowly away. Standing here beside the window, watching your lights across the bay. One last ferry in the distance, one last light before the day, and somewhere there I know you are, across the bay. I found it in a wooden box beneath some letters tied with blue. A little heart of folded paper made one summer night by you. The edges have grown softer and the red is faded pale, but your name is in the corner, written like a secret tale. Funny how a piece of paper can bring back years so fast. One touch and suddenly I'm standing somewhere in the past. The heart you folded in my hands still holds a little piece of you. A summer night, an open window, and all the dreams we thought would come true. The years have changed so many things, but some things time can't pull apart. I found you waiting in an old box inside that little paper heart. There was a photograph beside it from the summer of '72. You were leaning on my shoulder, I was laughing next to you. We had pennies in our pockets and nowhere we had to be. Just an old car and a radio and miles of road to see. We never knew those ordinary days would mean so much someday, or how the smallest thing we kept could bring them back this way. The heart you folded in my hands still holds a little piece of you. A summer night, an open window, and all the dreams we thought would come true. The years have changed so many things, but some things time can't pull apart. I found you waiting in an old box inside that little paper heart. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it just changes shape. Living in a faded photograph, a song, a name, a certain place. And tonight beneath the lamplight, after all these years apart, I can almost hear you whisper from that little paper heart. The heart you folded in my hands feels lighter than it did back then. But when I close my eyes tonight, we're young and on that road again. The clock above the fireplace is running 5 minutes slow. Your coffee cup is on the shelf where you left it long ago. Evening settles on the room and turns the windows gray. I hear a car out on the street and wonder if you'll stay. Funny how the smallest things can bring you back somehow. A coat behind the doorway, a song I'm hearing now. I left the light on by the window, just the way I used to do. Maybe somewhere down that old road, there's a part of you that remembers too. I don't know if you're coming home, I don't know how long you've been gone, but every night before I close my eyes, I leave the light on. Your chair is still beside the table, though nobody sits there now. The garden that we planted has grown taller than the house. Sometimes when the telephone rings, my heart forgets the years. Then a stranger says a name I don't know, and the room disappears. Time has changed the photographs and silvered all my hair, but some things never learn to leave, they simply linger there. I left the light on by the window, just the way I used to do. Maybe somewhere down that old road, there's a part of you that remembers too. I don't know if you're coming home, I don't know how long you've been gone, but every night before I close my eyes, I leave the light on. Maybe love is not a promise that someone will return. Maybe it's a little lamp we never quite let burn out. And though the years have taught me some roads don't turn around, there's still a little hope in me whenever night comes down. So I leave the light on by the window, though I know what time has done. For the days when we were younger, for the nights when we were one. I don't ask you to come home now, I just miss you when you're gone. And somewhere between remembering and letting go, I leave the light on. The house is still, the night is long, the radio plays softly on, and by the window took the old blue sedan down a road we didn't know. Windows down, your hair was dancing in the summer glow. The radio was fading in and out beneath the trees. You were singing half the words and laughing with the breeze. We never thought about tomorrow. We had nowhere else to be. Just a ribbon of an old road and your hand resting next to me. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, chasing every golden mile as far as we could see. We had nothing but the radio, the sunset and a plan. And I thought the world would always be us in that old blue sedan. Autumn found us farther down that same familiar road. Maple leaves were turning gold where summer flowers grew. Your coat was lying on the seat, your coffee had gone cold, and we talked about the years ahead like we'd never grow old. We never heard the seasons changing, never saw the years move on. Somewhere between those little towns, the days we knew were gone. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, chasing every golden mile as far as we could see. We had nothing but the radio, the sunset and a plan. And I thought the world would always be us in that old blue sedan. I saw that car again last Sunday, parked beside an old cafe. The blue had faded in the sunlight, but the years just fell away. For a moment you were beside me, laughing like you used to then, and an old song through the window took me back to us again. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, driving toward a life we thought would wait for you and me. Now the road has carried us farther than we ever planned, but a little piece of yesterday still rides in that old blue sedan. Just an old song on the radio, a road I still remember when you were sitting there beside me in that old blue sedan. Found them in the hallway on a quiet afternoon, faded brown and worn at the heels, still carrying dust from June. I almost put them in a box with things I meant to throw away. Then I saw that little mark you made on our last summer day. strange how something ordinary can stop the hands of time and bring a road I thought I'd lost back clearly into mine. These shoes still remember every road I walked with you, the corner store, the old train tracks, the nights we wandered through. They remember how you held my hand when summer turned to September. I may have forgotten 1,000 things, but these shoes still remember. We walked home from the station when the last bus passed us by. You carried your old jacket underneath the harvest sky. We stopped beside the diner for a coffee we could share. You laughed and said we'll miss these days, but I didn't believe you then. We thought that roads went on forever, that summers never end. We never knew how ordinary days become the ones we miss again. These shoes still remember every road I walked with you, the corner store, the old train tracks, the nights we wandered through. They remember how you held my hand when summer turned to September. I may have forgotten 1,000 things, but these shoes still remember. I don't know where life took you or whose hand you're holding now. Maybe you don't think about those little streets somehow, but sometimes when an old song plays through an open window somewhere, I wonder if for just a moment you remember I was there. These shoes still remember, though the years have worn them thin. Every mile we walked together, every place that we had been. Time can change the road behind us, turn September to December, but somewhere underneath the dust, these shoes still remember. So I put them by the doorway instead of throwing them away. Some things aren't made for leaving, even when the years have changed. And if you ever think of me, I hope you still remember. Sunlight slips between the curtains, soft and slow, painting little rivers of gold across the floor below. The world can keep on turning, I don't need to hurry now. There's something in this quiet that reminds me how all the weight I carried yesterday feels a little less somehow, and the heart that wandered far away is finding its way home now. In the Sunday morning light, everything feels new again. Coffee cooling by the it right. I just wanna stay a little longer in the Sunday morning light. An old song from the radio comes drifting through the room, like a half-forgotten memory returning with the tune. I think about the roads I've taken, all the years that slipped away, and somehow they seem kinder in the softness of the day. Maybe time was never meant to give us every answer why. Maybe peace is simply learning when to let the moment lie. In the Sunday morning light, everything feels new again. Coffee cooling by the window, sunlight warming up my hands. I don't need to know tomorrow, I don't need to make it right. I just wanna stay a little longer in the Sunday morning light. There's a breeze among the curtains, there's a sparrow on the wire, there's a photograph beside me from a life I still admire. And I finally understand now, after all these restless years, some mornings come to show us we can leave behind our fears. In the Sunday morning light, yesterday feels far away. Every little ordinary thing has something kind to say. I don't need to chase tomorrow, everything will be alright. Let me stay here just a little longer in the Sunday morning light. Just an old song through the window, and the soft returning light. Nothing more than Sunday morning, and somehow that's enough tonight. We had $20 between us and a half a tank of gas, an old blue map upon the dashboard, and no reason to drive fast. He bought coffee at the roadside. I found 2 coins beneath the seat. We shared a piece of cherry pie and called that supper sweet. We didn't have much money, but somehow we had time. Every little road we followed felt like yours and mine. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. A radio, an open road, and all the time we needed then. We couldn't buy tomorrow, but we own that summer sky. Empty pockets, full hearts, we were richer, you and I. There was a room above a diner where the neon stayed on late. A second-hand guitar beside us and 2 old dinner plates. We counted coins stars. We never called it happiness, we were too young to know. Sometimes the things worth keeping are the things we let go. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. A radio, an open road, and all the time we needed then. We couldn't buy tomorrow, but we owned that summer sky. Empty pockets, full hearts, we were richer, you and I. Years went by, the rooms got bigger, the cars got newer too. I learned the price of everything and what it couldn't do. Sometimes when the evening falls and an old song starts to play, I trade 1,000 things I own for one more ordinary day. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had more than we could see. A little room, a little road, and you right there with me. We never had a fortune, but there's one thing I know now. Empty pockets, full hearts, we had everything somehow. Just $20 between us and that endless summer sky. Empty pockets, full hearts, you and I. I never said I loved you before I let you go. Your suitcase waited by the doorway. The clock was almost 2. 2 cups of coffee on the table, one untouched in front of you. We talked about the weather and anything but what was true. Like if we kept the words away, the morning wouldn't come for you. There are things we never say, when saying them makes them real. So we watched the hours disappear and hid what we could feel. It was the longest goodbye, though we hardly said a word. Just your hand resting in mine, and all the things we never heard. The night kept moving toward the dawn. No matter how we tried, sometimes goodbye takes a lifetime after someone leaves your side. I drove you to the station before the morning You smiled and said, take care of yourself. I said you'd do the same. Then the train began to pull away before I called your name. I stood there on the platform until the rails were still, with one goodbye inside my heart I never learned to feel. It was the longest goodbye, though we hardly said a word. Just your hand resting in mine, and all the things we never heard. The night kept moving toward the dawn. No matter how we tried, sometimes goodbye takes a lifetime after someone leaves your side. Years have passed since that old station. They tore it down last spring, but sometimes in the early morning I still hear that whistle sing. And for a moment you're beside me, your suitcase in your hand, and I'm still searching for the words I thought you'd understand. It was the longest goodbye, and maybe it still is. Somewhere between remembering you and learning how to live, I've made my peace with yesterday, but one thing still survives. Sometimes goodbye takes a moment, sometimes it takes a life. The first train leaves at sunrise, like it did so long ago. And somewhere in that morning light, I'm still watching you go. I never said I loved you before I let you go. Found them underneath the stairs, covered in a little dust. The shoes I wore that summer when the whole wide world was us. The leather's cracked and faded, the laces have come loose, but I still see those country roads when I look at these old shoes. Funny what the years can't carry, funny what they leave behind. One forgotten pair of shoes can open up a lifetime. Oh, the roads in these old shoes still lead me back to you, past the station, down the river, under skies we thought stayed blue. We had nowhere we were going, just a whole long day to lose, and 1,000 miles of yesterday still live in these old shoes. We walked home from the picture show with pennies left to spend. Shared a Coke beside the corner store and wished the night wouldn't end. You took my hand beneath the streetlight, I can almost feel it now. We never talked about forever, we just thought we had somehow. We didn't know those little streets would someday feel so far, or that I'd still remember exactly where we were. Oh, the roads in these old shoes still lead me back to you, past the station, down the river, under skies we thought stayed blue. We had nowhere we were going, just a whole long day to lose, and 1,000 miles of yesterday still live in these old shoes. I wonder where your footsteps went, what roads you've traveled since. Did you find the life you dreamed about when we were only kids? Sometimes I hope an old song plays and brings you back there too, to those summer nights and dusty roads and everything we knew. Oh, the roads in these old shoes don't seem so far tonight. I can hear your laughter somewhere in the fading evening light. Time has taken many things, but there's one thing I can't lose. 1,000 miles of you and me still live in these old shoes. So I leave them by the doorway, like I did so long ago. These old shoes remember places only you and I still know. And somewhere down those dusty roads, I'm still walking home with you. Table, 2 cups waiting like before. Sunlight slips between the curtains, laying gold across the floor. You are reading yesterday's paper, I can hear the kettle sing. And for a while the world is quiet, as if we haven't changed a thing. We used to dream of distant places, of all that life might someday bring. Funny how the years have taught us to treasure ordinary things. When another morning comes and the sunlight fills the room, I'll be thankful for the little things I never noticed in my youth. For your coffee by my coffee, for your hand still next to mine. When another morning comes, I'll be glad we had this time. There were summers by the ocean, there were winters filled with snow. There were nights we barely spoke at all, and days we couldn't let things go. the children leave the doorway. We watch silver touch our hair, and somehow through the changing years we always found each other there. We never knew which days would matter until they disappeared from view. Now every ordinary morning feels like something bright and new. When another morning comes and the sunlight fills the room, I'll be thankful for the little things I never noticed in my youth. For your coffee by my coffee, for your hand still next to mine. When another morning comes, I'll be glad we had this time. Someday one chair may sit there empty, one cup may wait there all alone. One of us may hear the morning birds and face the dawn without the other home. So I won't hurry through this moment, I won't wish the hours away. There's nothing more I need from life than sitting here with you today. When another morning comes, let the sunlight find us here, with the photographs behind us and another passing year. I don't need forever promised, I just need your hand in mine. When another morning comes, I'll be thankful for this time. Two cups waiting on the table, morning sunlight through the blinds. When another morning comes, stay with me a little while. Last ferry left the harbor half an hour ago. Now the city across the water is beginning to glow. I can see 1,000 windows shining underneath the gray, and I wonder if you're watching these same lights across the bay. There's a photograph beside me, there's your postcard on the wall. Funny how a little distance can make you miss it all. I see the lights across the bay like little stars upon the sea. Somewhere underneath those lights, I know you're thinking of me. The water may lie between us, but it doesn't feel so far away. When I stand here by the window and watch the lights across the bay. way we did of old. Then your voice began to fade out as the evening slipped away, and I stood there with the telephone, watching moonlight on the bay. Maybe miles are only numbers, maybe time is only time. Somewhere on the other shoreline, your evening touches mine. I see the lights across the bay, like little stars upon the sea. Somewhere underneath those lights, I know you're thinking of me. The water may lie between us, but it doesn't feel so far away. When I stand here by the window and watch the lights across the bay. Someday I'll take the morning ferry with one suitcase in my hand. You'll be waiting by the harbor where the boats come into land. Maybe we won't say a word then, maybe words will only get in the way. I'll just see you there beside me and forget about the bay. Tonight the lights across the bay are trembling softly on the sea, and somewhere underneath those lights there's still a place for you and me. Until the morning ferry comes, I'll let the night drift slowly away. Standing here beside the window, watching your lights across the bay. One last ferry in the distance, one last light before the day, and somewhere there I know you are across the bay. Beneath some letters tied with blue, a little heart of folded paper made one summer night by you. The edges have grown softer and the red is faded pale, but your name is in the corner, written like a secret tale. Funny how a piece of paper can bring back years so fast. One touch and suddenly I'm standing somewhere in the past. The heart you folded in my hands still holds a little piece of you. A summer night, an open window, and all the dreams we thought would come paper heart. There was a photograph beside it from the summer of '72. You were leaning on my shoulder, I was laughing next to you. We had pennies in our pockets and nowhere we had to be. Just an old car and a radio and miles of road to see. We never knew those ordinary days would mean so much someday, or how the smallest thing we kept could bring them back this way. The heart you folded in my hands still holds a little piece of you. A summer night, an open window, and all the dreams we thought would come true. The years have changed so many things, but some things time can't pull apart. I found you waiting in an old box inside that little paper heart. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it just changes shape. Living in a faded photograph, a song, a name, a certain place. And tonight beneath the lamplight, after all these years apart, I can almost hear you whisper from that little paper heart. The heart you folded in my hands feels lighter than it did back then. But when I close my eyes tonight, we're young and on that road again. I wouldn't change the years between us. I wouldn't know where I would start. I'll just keep a little yesterday inside that folded paper heart. So I place it with the letters and turn down the bedroom light. A little heart you made for me, still holding us tonight. The clock above the fireplace is running 5 minutes slow. Your coffee cup is on the shelf where you left it long ago. Evening settles on the room and turns the windows gray. I hear a car out on the street and wonder if you'll stay. Funny how the smallest things can bring you back somehow. A coat behind the doorway, a song I'm hearing now. I left the light on by the window part of you that remembers too. I don't know if you're coming home. I don't know how long you've been gone, but every night before I close my eyes, I leave the light on. Your chair is still beside the table, though nobody sits there now. The garden that we planted has grown taller than the house. Sometimes when the telephone rings, my heart forgets the years. Then a stranger says a name I don't know, and the room disappears. Time has changed the photographs and silvered all my hair, but some things never learn to leave. They simply linger there. I left the light on by the window, just the way I used to do. Maybe somewhere down that old road, there's a part of you that remembers too. I don't know if you're coming home. I don't know how long you've been gone, but every night before I close my eyes, I leave the light on. Maybe love is not a promise that someone will return. Maybe it's a little lamp we never quite let burn out. And though the years have taught me some roads don't turn around, there's still a little hope in me whenever night comes down. So I leave the light on by the window, though I know what time has done. For the days when we were younger, for the nights when we were one. I don't ask you to come home now, I just miss you when you're gone. And somewhere between remembering and letting go, I leave the light on. The house is still, the night is long, the radio plays softly on, and by the window, warm and low, I leave the light on. We took the old blue sedan down a road we didn't know. Windows down, your hair was dancing in the summer glow. The radio was fading in and out beneath the trees. You were singing half the words and laughing with the breeze. We never thought about tomorrow. We had nowhere else to be, just a ribbon of an old road and your hand resting next to me. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, chasing every golden mile. could see. We had nothing but the radio, the sunset, and a plan. And I thought the world would always be us in that old blue sedan. Autumn found us farther down that same familiar road. Maple leaves were turning gold where summer flowers grew. Your coat was lying on the seat, your coffee had gone cold, and we talked about the years ahead like we'd never grow old. We never heard the seasons changing, never saw the years move on. Somewhere between those little towns, the days we knew were gone. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, chasing every golden mile as far as we could see. We had nothing but the radio, the sunset, and a plan. And I thought the world would always be us in that old blue sedan. I saw that car again last Sunday, parked beside an old cafe. The blue had faded in the sunlight, but the years just fell away. For a moment you were beside me, laughing like you used to then, and an old song through the window took me back to us again. In that old blue sedan, we were young and we were free, driving toward a life we thought would wait for you and me. Now the road has carried us farther than we ever planned, but a little piece of yesterday still rides in that old blue sedan. Just an old song on the radio, a road I still remember when you were sitting there beside me in that old blue sedan.